We obtain most of the information about the universe from the light we receive on the Earth. So light gives us many information about the universe. For example, we detect a small change of frequency of light from stars and realize that the star has a planet, extrasolar planet. Sometimes we are able to obtain the information of the universe from other sources. Astronauts in the Apollo mission picked up the rock of the moons and returned to the Earth. Hayabusa spacecraft also picked up the small sample of the solid particle on the surface of the asteroid Itokawa and returned to the Earth. Scientists are able to make direct measurement of rock in laboratories and obtain more information from the samples, like Apollo missions, Hayabusa missions. We can get a direct sample of rock. But it is very expensive to get sample of rock from objects in the solar system. Sometimes we can get sample of rock without sending a space satellite to the universe. Actually, many solid particles arrive at the Earth every moment and come into the atmosphere of the Earth. Some of the information comes to the Earth every moment. Temperature of the surface of the solid particles increases due to the atmospheric drag force during the falling toward the ground of the Earth. Materials evaporate. During evaporation is happening, and emit the light as we observe the light as the shooting stars. Nothing remains when the small particles enter the atmospheres, while some amount of materials is left when the large particles enter the atmosphere and is called a meteorite. Some of the particles can survive. And we could pick up the sample from the space as a meteorite. A big meteorite with a mass larger than 100 kg fell into Murchison, Australia in 1969. It was carefully examined in the laboratories and was shown to include a number of organic materials like amino acids. So this Murchison meteorite has amino acid. More than 50 amino acids found in the Murchison cannot be found on the Earth. Amino acid is one of the most important molecules for life and can be formed even in the universe. So how can we determine the Murchison meteorite actually came from the space? So we could use this information of the amino acid. Amino acid, except the glycines, contains the killer carbons and has enantiomers of the L and D isomers. L and D isomers. So like our hand, we have a left hand and the right hand. Both has 5 fingers, but actually the left and right hand cannot be identical. So same things happen to the amino acid. We have 2 types of the actually the amino acid, L and D, except the glycines. All the living life on the Earth use only the L amino acid, this L amino acid. Life on the Earth. To form the proteins. enantiomers have the same chemical properties, and the same amount of the enantiomers are synthesized in the chemical reactions. Racemic mixtures contain the equal amount of the L and D amino acid. The discovered amino acid in the Murchison meteorites are racemic mixtures and different from the amino acid on the Earth. The Murchison meteorite contains L and D amino acid. It's very different from the amino acid used for the life on the Earth. This is very different. This is the evidence to show that Murchison meteorite is a extraterrestrial materials. Recently, some researchers claim that the slight excess of the amino acid in the Murchison meteorite, even though the other researchers disagreed with them and point out that the excess is due to the contaminations. And this is the answer to these questions.